But some of the crazy things in it, let's plant flowers on the side of the road. Let's study impact collisions between animals and humans on the road. What about the windmills? The windmills kill so many birds, and yet they're taking us toward the Green New Deal.
Yeah, well, and another part of that Green Deal is the huge solar farm that they have out on the border of California and Nevada, thousands of acres of concave mirrors that magnify the sun toward 3 towers, heat up the liquid in there and turn turbines. But they weren't anticipating that there would be hundreds and thousands of what they would call flamers, because when the birds fly through, if they survive the windmills, then they hit that magnified sun, explode in flame, and down they go, bird guts all over the mirrors. So that takes some cleaning up. This is the green stuff that's just out of control.
That got weird at the end. I don't know why the guts there, but anyway, this is the green stuff. I don't know if he's still talking about the guts or if he's being even more dismissive of the Green New Deal than Nancy Pelosi famously was. But anyway, that is Louie Gohmert. One-upping that straight-faced OAN reporter with her flowers on the side of the road in talking about the flamers. The fact that you say you want renewable energy, clean energy, but clean energy is mass bird murder, if you even believe that birds are real. So here is the most surprising thing. No, Brett, you can respond. I'm gonna tell you what I was shocked to find out. But first, what's your reaction to the flamers comment?
I love it. Louie Gohmert's like, there's birds on fire. Their guts getting all over my solar farms.
They got another one.
What's your complaint? Like, for all the time they're like, I can't believe the tiger shrimp are the reason we can't put this dam here and flood a town. Now they're like, save the flamers. Save the birds. I don't want to have to clean up that mess. At the same breath, she's like, they care about, I can't believe they care about like roadkill. And then they're like, how dare there be hot birds, hot wings everywhere. Hashtag hot wings for all. Like, what's your complaint? Like, what are you mad?
I seriously doubt they care about the dead birds. But here is the most shocking thing you will hear on this episode of season 1 of the Damage Report, or possibly any other episode in this season. Everything Louie Gohmert said there, not everything, most of what he said there is true.
Yeah,
I was shocked to find out there are some gaps there and some issues we'll get into. But a 2014 report by CBS looked at a solar facility in California's Mojave Desert where roughly 6,000 birds die each year. The report cited a federal investigation of 3 Southern California solar facilities that they said act as a mega trap, attracting insects, which in turn attract insect-eating birds, which are then incapacitated. No word on why the insects don't turn into flamers. And anyway, in this report, the birds were referred to as streamers, which is, and I did research, the closest I was able to find in any of this to flamers. So I don't know where the flamers come from. I don't know if he'd recently eaten at Kenny Rogers Roasters. I don't know. But anyway,
John, you know, a Republican
he's stupid
congressperson using that word.
No,
I feel like
it can't be.
So listen, my dad, there used to be this electronics store called The Good Guys, and my dad would be like, the two guys. We have the two guys. Can we go to the two? Is it the two guys? Is it the best two? Like, you kind of mix things that are kind of floating around in your mind if you can't exactly remember it. And so he couldn't remember streamers. So he dropped another word that sounded like it that was already in his vocab. Yeah. If you know what I mean.
You think we don't have hearts? It's just that when we look at the things that you're doing and you're trying to do to America, we've seen the carnage. I mean, for heaven's sake, let's take example. Democrats control the major cities that have the worst murder rates. That's right. Your ideas have been shown to get people killed.
all those cities where they're at least trying to stop people from having these deadly weapons, but still have violence because America is still a country that's flooded in guns, and many of these cities exist in states or beside states where it's relatively easy to get guns and then bring them in. That is Louis Gohmert, and he is feeling the pressure. For him to blow up in that way, I think clearly the attacks against the right, the attacks that declare that they don't care about what's going on because virtually every one of them has no problem with people tomorrow or next week buying the exact sort of weapons that have been used in these attacks. He is clearly feeling it and he wants to lash out. Unfortunately for him, not everyone can sell rage or fury. Not everyone, when they raise their voice, seems tough. And no, clearly I don't think he has it. Is that unfair, Brett? Just briefly, I don't think he can sell it personally.
Is it fair to call Louis Gohmert a disingenuous tool spank? That is, it's okay. It's fair to do that. You know, one of the main reasons why it's okay to call him a disingenuous tool spank, it's because he is a disingenuous tool spank. This is a guy who, when Matt Gaetz and Marjorie Taylor Greene were clout chasing outside of some building and he was Mr. Tagalong because he's just morphed in every possible way to stay in the spotlight.